broadcast. We got 5, 4, 3, 2. We're live.
Good morning, Owasso. This is the Twins with Owasso Live, and this is the Morning Loop. It is currently 8 a.m. like normal. It is 47 degrees outside, so it feels pretty nice out. And the high today is 70 degrees. So, like I said, it will be light jacket, if not just t-shirt weather. And, if you have that jacket on, shed it by the end of the day because it's going to get hot. So, with that being said, traffic conditions are not too bad right now. It's flowing pretty steady into Tulsa, past the bridge where the railroad track is. So if you're worried about your commute into Tulsa, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Now, that's not to say that traffic isn't heavy. I mean, the traffic is pretty consistent and pretty big, but it's moving very well. So traffic is moving flow is going good into Tulsa right now. So your commute's going to be just fine. Now, as far as upcoming events in Owasso goes, there's not a lot going on. I think it's Wheels and Thrills, and that is
Wheels
Saturday.
And Thrills is it. That is all we've got as of this schedule that I have for the chamber and Owasso but we don't have anything else going on besides that.
Yeah, and even if there was anything going on, you and I wouldn't be privy to it because we're going to be basically out in the field all weekend doing drill stuff. So it's not going to make much of a difference to us, but I hope everyone else has a fun weekend. Myself and Chad, we will be down in Oklahoma City and be doing a field exercise training and pass tests and 4-mile runs and things of that nature for the Army. So that's what we'll be doing all weekend, and we'll be back on Monday. So there will be no show tomorrow. We will be heading out and driving down to OKC tomorrow and prepping for our time in the field. So with that being said, we'll see you again on Monday, and we'll get caught up and updated on all the events going on then. As far as things going on nationally, I think you were the one listening to the Timcast a little while ago. Was anything going on?
Other than Texas flew not the Gadsden flag, but the other one, the Come and Take It flag. I forget what that one's called.
Yeah.
But like I said, so, kind of strange that they're flying it towards, the federal government versus the Hispanic government. But,
Yeah.
considering that that's where it came from. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting times. Like we were just listening to that podcast by Tim Pool, and I definitely go check it out. He's a pretty centrist fence sitter type guy, but his takes are, in my opinion, very good, very strong takes. So there's a lot of these NGOs and these non-government organizations, and like I said, they're down there, and apparently, from what we were just listening to on the Hispanic side, they just have these giant buildings where they process all these people, and they're like, so these NGOs, these non-government organizations are working with the cartels. So they have about 500 to 1,000 people come and meet in these giant barn room places. And they say, hey, and about, like I said, these are federally listed NGOs too. Like we're talking about the Red Cross and things like that, like who are working in league with these cartels to get these people across the border. Now, I don't know why you wouldn't remove these nonprofit status organizations like the Red Cross and just be like, all right, you're no longer allowed to do business in the States. You're no longer allowed, because it's the same in Europe. I mean, people have been making documentaries about, like, I remember back in 2014, 2015, they were talking about that little kid that drowned trying to get to Europe from Eritrea or wherever it was, and there was outrage going, I can't believe we wouldn't take but like I said, they're like, this is why we need to accept as many people as possible. That was the articles, and that was the article, and that little kid dying and drowning was the reason. But who put them in danger is the Red Cross. The Red Cross is the one who are working, like these Red Cross boat captains who are working with them are basically pirates. They're getting paid under the table
to smuggle
people illegally into countries in Europe. And it's the same with these NGOs, the Red Cross down here in the United States on the southern border. They have these government buildings set up, these non-government buildings set up down there. They process these people, and they say, in about an hour, a coyote's going to come in. He's going to walk you across the border, and that's about it. Like, this is a problem. If you don't think it's a problem, you are part of the problem. It's a huge, huge problem. If we don't have borders, we don't have countries.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't have a border, we do not have a country.
Yep, that's correct.
And like I said, it's not the people you think. Like, I mean, there's Project Veritas videos of nothing but Asian people in a hotel being put up. Like, they're giving these people $3,000 in a cell phone and saying, "Welcome to America." Like, I mean, why wouldn't you come here if that was what you were going to get? It's what they're calling their families on these phones and saying, "Hey, come."
Free room service, free hotel, free phone. And then, like I said, we've got people who are working their butts off and not even can barely afford a single bedroom apartment with like 3 people living in there.
Yeah. This is insane. This is insanity, folks. So that's why you need to support Texas, and you got to support the defense of the border and keeping people out who are not coming legally.
Yep.
You know, they're not migrants. These are not migrants. These are illegal aliens. These are economic immigrants who are coming here to benefit off of our economy.
Yep.
So, like I said, the National Guard is going to be the most important branch of service in the upcoming years of the United States Armed Forces because of this. Said that stuff happening overseas, it will eventually affect us. Don't get me wrong. You know, was that Touched by an Angel episode where it's like, if you keep hiding from stuff in the world, eventually the world's going to end up on your doorstep. Well, the problem is we got to clean up the mess off of our doorstep before we can worry about dealing with stuff like in Russia and Ukraine and dealing with stuff going on in the Middle East. We got to let Israel deal with its doorstep, and we will deal with our doorstep. And once we get it clean, we can allocate resources accordingly.
Are you using the Jordan Peterson logic of clean your room before going fix the world?
Clean your room before you go out and fix the world. Yes, exactly. That is exactly what we're doing. We need to clean our own rooms here in America before we go out trying to fix the world's problem. So with that being said, I know that was kind of we've been kind of harping on the same subject for the last couple of weeks now, but I mean, this is what's going to be this is a hot topic issue for the rest.
That's where the world's at right now. Yeah. And like I said, and if you've seen the polls from voting, like I said, immigration is the number one issue. Number one issue.
Yeah. So that's where we're at, folks. So if you have differing opinions, let us know in the comments, you know. So we always like hearing from you. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day. We will be gone again for drilling this weekend, so we will be out of touch until next Monday, so we'll come back and catch up on the weekend events. But this is the Twins with the Owasso Live, and we are signing off. God bless everybody out there.